What is up, y'all? It's your girl Brand New, and I'm back in the building. I want to briefly discuss Love and Hip Hop ATL. It wasn't a lot last night, but it was a couple of things that I noticed, and I just want to kind of talk about the important things. First, let's get to Shooter. You guys know that Shooter lost his son to gun violence, and it turns out, I think he said that his son got shot over, $35? The man shot him in the neck. It just ridiculousness. And, his son had his whole life ahead of him. And I just really feel bad for Shooter because that's a horrible thing for anybody to have to go through as far as burying their child. It's supposed to be the other way around. The child should be burying you at old age. So my heart goes out to him for that. But Shooter, I need to get on your ass. He was with some of the other guys and they were discussing gun violence and, pretty much talking with the youth. They even showed them doing some community service. So specifically what I want to discuss, Shooter, is I'm going to try to be cool because I know you're going through a lot. You didn't lost your son, but you also have lost your motherfucking mind when you sit up there and tell your little friends that, well, Sierra, she ain't really been there for me. Sierra, I just lost my son. She should really have my back. Excuse me, motherfucker. You the one that cheated on her with her friend and her assistant at her hair shop. So, you lost your motherfucking mind. I think you need to keep grieving and you need to keep it moving. And this Karlie bitch is supposed to be back in town. She his good friend. She talking about she was cool with Sierra too, back in the day, but she's more or less Shooter's friend. I guess you are, bitch, because he's the one with the dick. And I really don't like females like that, oh, well, I'm cool with the man. I got his back. If quiet as kept, this bitch probably then fuck Shooter. She seemed like it because she came to the little community service event talking about I need to, hook him up because Sierra ain't doing her job. And, she's ignoring your phone calls and acting like she don't know you. First of all, Sierra has every right to treat him like that because he cheated on her. She did show up to the son's funeral and was sitting right next to Shooter. Okay, that's the support that she has given him. And he should be lucky he got that. Because I know a lot of motherfuckers wouldn't have gave his ass that. Okay? So, girl, you need to sit your stupid ass down somewhere. Just all types of fucking stupid. Well, Sierra should do this. And Sierra, bitch, you get down on your knees and you do what Sierra should have did. How about that? Shit, I hate a bitch that's always talking about what another bitch should do or, girl, shut up and get your man together. Let's see if he actually even wants to be with your ass. Just foolishness. Okay, so next we have Tommy and her mom. And Tommy and her mom, they're sitting down and they having a little discussion and the mother is pretty much telling her that, oh, I want you and Versace to make up, and I want you guys to be real sisters again. Let the bullshit go. I want to have a family portrait. I want everybody to really do that, Tommy. And Tommy is like, nah, I don't want to be in no picture, and Versace owe me an apology. Tommy, shut the fuck up. That girl don't owe you no apology. It sounds like you owe her one because you was at her job, and they had to call the police on your ass. So what the fuck, what Kool-Aid is you motherfuckers drinking on this show? Y'all are all types of delusional. It ain't just Tommy and Shooter. It's a couple other motherfuckers. Just ridiculousness. So Tommy, you knew damn well you didn't want to take the family photo. And Tommy, I need for you to do this. Either you're going to deal with your mother with respect or don't deal with her at all. Because Tommy is giving me Sky tea. Sky from Black Ink. Oh, I got money now. I don't need to listen to nobody. And yes, she was a hothead before, but this is what I'm talking about, you guys. I want you guys to really look at this. Notice how people act when they get money. Just notice how they change. Yes, you were, hot-headed, Tommy, and you were always hot-headed, had a temper about you, but it's just like now that you got this money, you just feel like you could say, do whatever. You still talking to your mother, all types of crazy. They get to the motherfucking photo shoot. Tommy shows up. She's irritated, don't want nothing to do with it. The sister Versace there trying to talk to Tommy. And Versace pretty much tells Tommy, well, I'm sorry about everything that's happened with us. And Versace was just like, well, I'm waiting on you, to apologize as well. And Tommy was like, no, that's not what you're going to get. You're not going to get an apology. Tommy, are you fucking on drugs, bitch? What crack pipe have you been smoking out of? You do owe her an apology if you was at her job trying to fight her. Okay? Anyways, you guys, that went to the shits because they end up getting into this big blow up, arguing and cussing at each other, calling each other all kind of bitches. Tommy mother gets involved in it. And, Tommy and her mother is arguing, calling each other all types of bitches. And I just felt really bad. I am not at all entertained with a mother and a daughter going back and forth, calling each other bitches. Because I feel like if it's going to be like that, then like I said, Tommy, you don't need to deal with your mother. You have no respect for your mother. And like I said, I think the money has went to your head because it's like, oh, they don't have what I have. And I've been taking care of my family and I've been doing this and that for them. And a lot of people, they feel like they could treat you any kind of way because they have bought you things and did this and that for you with their money. So if I could give any advice to Tommy's mother is to bitch, get a job, get your own money. Don't depend on Tommy because Tommy has no respect for you. She has not forgiven you for what you put her through. Tommy, you need to take accountability for the shit that you do to other people. You have yet to do that. You should have been apologizing to your motherfucking sister. And I believe y'all would have worked it out and you could have took the little family portrait picture that your mother wanted y'all to do. But no, you had an ego, you were arrogant, you got all this money now, you too good to listen. So that's how that went, you guys. Okay, so next, y'all, we got stupid ass Kirk and Jasmine. Jasmine, bitch, have you been following Rashida's Instagram page? Cause bitch, you looking awfully a lot like Rashida with the hat. All of what Jasmine had on looked like shit I have seen Rashida in. I'm just saying. It looks like you're pressed, no pun intended, but it does look like you're a bit pressed, Jasmine. Anyways, her and silly ass Kirk get together and Jasmine pretty much starts grilling him on where has he been. And, Kirk mentioned, well, that's why I put the child support in place, that way, you guys could have somewhere to live. And then Jasmine was just like, well, do you think that the child support is enough? I really want Cannon to get to know his brothers and sisters. And then Kirk got on Jasmine about coming to press to see Rashida. She claimed she was there to apologize. Jasmine, are you on smoking out of a crack pipe as well? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Do you really think that you can have an affair with somebody else's husband and then pop your motherfucking ass at their job and say that you want to apologize in person? Bitch, stay in your lane and away from Rashida. She don't want to hear shit you have to say, okay? You're not sorry. You're sorry that you're in the situation. Yeah, you're sorry about that, but you're not really sorry. When I saw you and Kirk looking at each other, smiling at each other, giving each other these little winks and shit while y'all talking to each other, it looked like you would fuck him again. Okay, so girl, you're not fooling nobody. Their word on the street, y'all, is that this storyline is fake. So they going along with it. I'm going to go along with it too, I guess. But I will say this on a positive note. It looks like Jasmine has kind of cleaned her life up. She's got rid of that fake ass Ving Rhames man she was with and the girl she was with. She said it was just too much toxic energy for her and she needed to move on out of that life. Both of them were very jealous and possessive. So that's good, Jasmine. I will give you props for that. But, and then Kirk tried to mention that as well. Well, I didn't want to come around him because I don't want to be bothered. Kirk, you didn't want nothing to do with the baby. Don't say that you ain't come around because of Rod and the other girl. Don't even go there, okay? You knew you fucked up. You didn't want to look at the baby and really deal with the baby, so just admit that shit. But he claims he's gonna be a better father now. Kirk is full of shit. Get rid of him, Rashida. What the fuck is wrong with you? Is his dick that good? He looked too stupid to have good dick, but I don't know. Maybe it's the shit, y'all. It has to be, because Rashida, you's a damn fool. He would be gone. You know, and I don't even find Kirk all that attractive. Shit, he looked like the rest of these motherfuckers out here. Anyways, okay, so next we got Kirk and Rashida. They meet together, I guess, for lunch. Rashida, you full of shit, because, bitch, you get on this show and act like you the strong woman, and you know you are putting distance between you and Kirk. I believe you motherfuckers live together. I believe he is up under y'all ass. I believe y'all back fucking again. I really do believe that. You know, and I do believe when you get on this here show that you put on an act. Like you have been putting all these boundaries in. Now, you probably in the beginning put up boundaries, you know, not letting him in the house and that type of shit. But I do believe y'all back together and you just trying to, you know, preserve this image of I put my man in his place when, you know, he disrespected me by cheating on me with this girl and getting her pregnant. I think that's what you're doing at this point. But I don't believe this little act of, you know, anyways, y'all. They talk about this fucking workout video that Kirk wants her to do. And this motherfucker ain't even told her nothing about it. Don't have no paperwork on it. Just telling her it's hers. He got her a deal to do it. And Rashida is just like, I'm not about to be just doing stuff because you signed me up for it. I need to see the paperwork. I need to really think about this. So Kirk's still making decisions without Rashida, i.e. getting other bitches pregnant without even her knowing. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. They talk about Jasmine, how Jasmine won't be showing up to press anymore because Kirk claimed he didn't check her on that. And Rashida was like, she just needs to stay in her lane and stay away from me. Okay, so next, y'all, we have that girl, that bitch Karlie that I can't stand. She's a hating ass whore. Is we live, whore? Is we live? Hey, T.S. Madison, baby. I'm using your little saying, okay? Anyways, Karlie and Just Brittany, you need to just get that shit out of your head. This orange hair and this fucking hat, I'm not feeling it, okay? I'm not feeling it. I know you got more coins than that. I'm not feeling it. Y'all remember her from that show with Rick Ross and those horrible judges? I hated that fucking show. I hated it. But so far, I kind of do like her on Love and Hip Hop ATL. At first, I wasn't excited about seeing her. But I did kind of like that song that her and Stevie J have together. I heard a little bit of it and it sounded pretty good. Anyways, she's basically telling Karlie about her last meeting with Stevie and how, you know, they were rehearsing, you know, the song that he had made for her. And Erica Mena and then Estelita, and she was fucking up Estelita's name. And she had basically just told Karlie how Erica Mena was just dogging her shoes and, you know, how she looked and, you know, just was really giving her the business. And then Karlie was just like, girl, that's fucked up, you know, and Just Brittany was just like, I don't know if I really want to work with Stevie because I don't want to deal with all this drama. And Karlie said that she's known of Stevie J being in the industry and, you know, he makes great music, but he puts his artists in really bad situations. So she kind of cautions Just Brittany to, you know, just be careful with how she deals with Stevie and get to the bottom of who's the face of Danger Zone. If it's Danger Zone Latina, then how could Just Brittany be the face of that and she ain't Latina and she black? So I don't know if he gonna switch that shit around. But y'all, that's pretty much what she said to her, you know, kind of be cautious of Stevie and let's get to the bottom of, you know, what's going on with your dealings with him. Last but not least, you guys, we have Karlie and Sean Garrett. And they are talking, and Karlie is pretty much telling Sean that her dad has cancer. He done had a heart attack. He's really sick. Everybody is pretty much dependent on her to take care of him. And he's never raised her or did anything for her. And just out of the blue, everybody expects for her to take care of him. I feel two ways about this. On the part of me that's empathetic, I feel like it's, especially since Karlie Redd does have a little bit of money, I feel like if he doesn't have anybody else, I just feel like just be there for him. It is hard for me because this man has never did anything for her. And I feel like if a motherfucker ain't did shit for you, you don't really owe them anything. Do you see what I'm saying? You can't come out of the blue and interrupt folks' lives with your problems. And, that's why it's important, you guys, and I'm not trying to be funny, to treat your children the way that they should be treated. Treat them with respect. Do things for them. Do things with them. So I kind of was looking at it like that, like, to really be real. But Karlie Redd has one or two choices. She either needs to be there for him. It doesn't really look like he has anybody else. And since you're using this shit as a storyline, Karlie, I suggest you just be there for him, because I feel like there's no reason in bringing this to TV and you're not going to help the man. So Sean Garrett made an interesting point to her. He was like, I understand, you heard that he's never been there for you, but at the same time, he has nobody. He's had cancer, heart attack. He's going through a lot. Just be there. Maybe you guys can build up a relationship, but I just feel like it's too late. It's just too late for him and her to have a relationship now. I think that will always be a hole in her heart, because it's kind of like, oh, well, our relationship is pretty much, you're sick and now I got to take care of you. And then you pass away and then that's that. And, so I don't know. Like I said, she got one or two choices, but since you're already talking about it, Karlie, you making a storyline. It's actually a juicy storyline in terms of it's really real life when somebody is sick like that. So I suggest you just be there for him, honestly. I know I dibbled and dabbled back and forth, but I'm just being very honest with you guys. I'm not going to ever get on here and, well, yeah, you should just do this and that's your parent. Sean Garrett was doing a little bit of that with that's your parent. No, this is a man that got her mother pregnant. Like, I just feel like if a motherfucker ain't never been there for you, it's like, it's hard for us to expect for her to just be, oh, daddy, I'm just gonna help you. I mean, in a perfect world, that's how it would be. But it's hard to feel like that for a motherfucker that ain't never been there for you. And you getting this call out the blue, that your dad needs your help. So, but like I said, I'm on the side of her helping her dad since you are bringing it to TV, because there's no reason to put it out on TV and you're not going to help him. To me, that's really fucked up, because then you've used him. So, but I did get, what Sean Garrett was telling her. So he pretty much tries to convince her to, have a relationship with him now as much as you can, with him being sick. Then they have a scene with her sister comes over to the house, and Karlie is just like, I'm glad you're here. I need your help. The sister brought her child there. And they pretty much go over, everything that has happened with the dad and what he's going to need. Karlie shows her some paperwork, how they have made her power over attorney over all his health decisions. And you can tell that Karlie really feels overwhelmed. Now, I'm not going to lie, you guys. When I first watched this shit, I was looking at it like, Karlie, you was a selfish ass bitch. And I still kind of feel like that, because she was coming at the sister and she looked like she got a little bit more money than the sister, because she was like, well, I'm going to need your help and I can't do this alone. It's like, Karlie, you got a few coins now. Come on now. And then the sister was like, well, no, I'm just a helper. I'm just a help. And I'm like, both of you guys need to work with each other. I do not feel like Karlie should have to do everything. I feel like if that sister that's gonna come on camera, you know, if you go actually come on the show and shit and participate in the storyline, you need to help your dad as well. Don't come on, well, I'm just a helper. You know, you do everything and I just do a little bit. I know Karlie probably got more of the money, but I feel like they both equally as much as possible should help out the dad since it's already brought to TV. And you know, I have empathy for her father. Cancer and a heart attack, that is a lot. So, Karlie, you know, just do what you need to do. Help your dad. You're never, though, going to heal your heart with him not being there. I feel like that's something Karlie is never going to get over. She's just going to really remember her dad wasn't there. But maybe like Sean said, because now I'm kind of looking at it like, maybe like Sean Garrett said, you know, you could have some sympathy and compassion, and maybe you can learn something from this. Maybe you can learn to never treat your child in this way. And I'm pretty sure Karlie hasn't, but just learn like a bigger lesson. Because there's always a lesson in everything that we go through, and especially the hard times. So if Karlie can be a bigger person and see it like that. But did y'all catch that part where she talking to Sean Garrett and she, you know, she got a little robe on and these boots? And, you know, I'm thinking we gonna sit up here and talk about the dad, but freaky ass Karlie, this bitch ain't never gonna change. All ready to get her drawers off and have sex with the man after you done told him about your dad and your family issues. I said, Karlie, bitch, you ain't never go change, girl. But how you doing, girl? But I was just like, that's Karlie Red. Karlie stay ready to fuck, y'all. I'm serious. But yeah, you guys, that is pretty much my recap of Love and Hip Hop ATL. I went way over than what I was supposed to, but it was a few juicy things to talk about. Don't forget, you guys, to like, comment, and subscribe. It is your girl, Brand New, and I am out.